Hello traders, today is 5/14/2021 and today I'm going to talk to you about how to set up the trading bot with Humbl. Also, we're going to get into a recap of the market and we're going to be discussing some of the crypto. So with that, let's get started. Now, I just bought this phone and I think the sound quality is better. I think the picture is a little bit better. At least I'm hoping so. So let me know if it's coming out better for you guys. But the first thing I wanted to get into is how to set up this trading bot with Humbl. So let me go back to that so you can look at it. Here's my personal account that's been set up for about a month now. And there's a couple of steps you have to do. So to do this, so when you say like buy and sell, for example, you'll see it gives you different blocks you can look at. And you can go through and do the research on each one of those and see what each one's comprised of and which ones you want and which ones you don't want. Personally, most of us are finding the block 5 seems to be the best. And you can get that directly, but you can also get it in combination with momentum, and that's the one that uses the auto traders to buy and sell your crypto for you even while you sleep. So a lot of people consider that a pretty good way to go. Although if you look at these percentages, you can see the government has a huge return, and platform 1,800%. Now this is obviously based on past results and doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be future results. And keep in mind, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who worked on telephone poles, a utility worker who got investing into the stock market and crypto. And so take it for what it's worth. But anyways, that's how you would begin, is you need to find out what you want. But once you do it, there's a process you have to go through. You have to, so like I say, find out what you want, you buy and sell. Let's just say, for example, I wanted to get, I don't know, global enterprise. Let's go with that one. So let's just say buy now, right? Now you can see here, it gives you 3 options. So it can interface with either of these 3 platforms as far as these, crypto, shall we call them brokers for lack of a better term. I personally am set up with Bittrex because I found it's a lot easier to set up. I do have Coinbase Pro, but that requires 3 separate pieces of data, whereas the Bittrex only required 2. So what you have to do is you get your account set up with Humbl. Then you're going to get set up with Bittrex or Binance or Coinbase Pro, your choice. Once you have that funded, then you can look at buying the crypto and letting the auto traders or the bots take care of the rest. And part of that process is to set up a key. And you do that because it's going to ask you for that key in the Humbl financing. You do that through your Bittrex or Coinbase Pro or Binance. And what I did personally is I took a picture of it on my phone, and then I emailed it to myself so that I could have it for reference. I could look at my phone while using my laptop to have that key, because that key is a very long string of characters. Another thing you're going to want to do is make sure that when you're setting it up, that you set it up so that it doesn't allow for withdrawals and deposits, only for the trading, so that the trading bot can do that. but isn't attempting to make any withdrawal or deposit. It would be difficult for me to give you a step-by-step video because I've already set it up. But I found that some of the biggest hurdles for me in setting this up was just, getting that key information correct and getting it to interface. But once I did that and it started going, it was relatively easy to do. So for this week, the OTC market again had a pretty bloody week, meaning that a lot of selling off going on. So if you're one who's just getting started into the stock market and investing, your fortunate timing couldn't be better, in my opinion only. Simply for the fact that everything is at such a low price point that it's very affordable and you can get it at a very reasonable price for, big gains in the long term. And one of the best stocks, in my opinion, that I've gone in heavy with is Humbl. Ticker symbol HMBL. This stock, the company has done so many things to show that they are serious about getting their business going, including setting up these blocks to be traded and setting up merchant accounts so that people can do transactions around the world and rate the businesses. You can send tips to people after you're done doing business with them. It just does so many things in one app. And it bridges that gap for those people who live in places where they don't have easy access to financial institutions the way we do here in the United States. That once this gets out and the name becomes more common, I think this thing is just going to explode. It's going to be like, when Uber first came out. People didn't know what Uber was originally, but over time they started to know what it was. And next thing you know, people were saying, I Ubered to so-and-so or went and Ubered to such and such place. I think we're literally going to, here in the future, I humbled someone some money. I humbled my friend $20 or whatever. So do your own due diligence, do some research on it. I highly encourage you to go onto Twitter and other formats and look at the community and look at the comments and the information they bring forth and see everything that's happening. And when you understand everything that's going on, it would be, for me, a hard-pressed person that wouldn't see the value in this, especially at where this the stock price is today. Next I want to talk about real quick is ATWT. That was a very interesting one because they had some news that they put out about the contracts. They verified their contracts are legit, but in addition to that, they put out some information about future contracts, which subsequently they put out a tweet saying that they prematurely released that and had to sort of retract it. Now, I think that created some confusion because on the one hand, it validated the original contracts, the original $20 million contracts, but it at the same time made the upcoming contracts or future contracts, up to question. But because of that, it seems a little disorganized, and I'm sure a lot of people got spooked out of it. So on the day of that tweet, the stock jumped up and did really well. Then the following day, it had a sell-off as predicted. So again, we're seeing it at extremely low prices, very undervalued in my opinion. And so I'm just holding it and waiting on that one. And I wouldn't want to forget another stock, which is EEENF. They're in the process of getting the testing situated for those soil samples. They're an oil exploration company. And once they can prove how much oil they have, they're looking for another company to buy them out. I believe that is the play. Now, it may take a while for those test results to come in, but everything that I've heard and understood about this is a good indication that that should go pretty big once that is accomplished. So if you're looking for something you can get into and have the patience to just wait, I think that that one could be a big play. Last but not least, I want to talk about the crypto. So this week we had, Elon Musk. He went on to Saturday Night Live, as last week, we all were kind of watching it who are in the Doge coin community. And as expected, it did go up quite a bit, leading to that. But then, at the time of airing of the show, he made some jokes, and there were some jokes about it being a hustle. And I think some investors took that the wrong way. And so we saw a big sell-off on it. It went from about a high of 75 cents, and I think at one point hit about 35 cents, maybe even lower. Maybe it even went down to like 33 or 32, but that was pretty much it. And since then, Elon Musk has tweeted about him not accepting the Bitcoin for payment, which kind of dropped the whole crypto currency in general. But then there's been rumors and talk about him accepting Dogecoin as payment for Tesla, so it started going back up. And also people got back into crypto because I think most people in general, meaning like Bitcoin, because people in general realize that over time the crypto does gain value. So it was just an opportunity to buy at a lower price for a lot of people, and they did so when it bottomed out and they saw the selling pressure was off. Anyway, that's about all I have for you guys. I would say moving forward, just try to make sure. Here's what I do. Again, not financial advice, but just something I picked up along the way, is to always have funds in your account available, liquid funds, that meaning cash, not invested, so that when you come across great deals, you've got an opportunity that presents itself, you have the ability to capitalize on it quickly. So that's what I've been doing. Although as time's been going on and as this market's been very undervalued in the OTC market, I've been obviously investing a heavier percentage of my available funds compared to my account size. Regarding me whittling down my portfolio, unfortunately, I didn't do a very good job on that. I'm still sitting around 30 stocks, so I'm sort of like a mini index fund. I kind of joke around with people about that, but it's okay. It's gonna work out. I know it will, and over time, I'm sure I will streamline it to some extent. But in the OTC market, I've been told you don't want to have just a few stocks, that it's better to have a basket of stocks, because in the OTC market, it's harder to predict which ones are going to shoot up and when. So you spread your money out a little bit more for that reason. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this week. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Hit that like button, subscribe, share. Please give me your comments on what you think. I always love to answer any questions you guys might have. And until next week, happy trading, be safe, talk to you later, bye.